This is not your normal discussion where we talk about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion where we talk about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Not Your Normal Discussion. I am your host, Queen Pedii.
Hey, y'all, Nina.
It's Tryst blowing your kiss.
It's your boy Samurai with 2 eyes.
And your boy Kenny.
All right. Okay, so I hope everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend. I know I did. I had a cookout. Yay! And also, today is the first day of Pride Month. As you can see, our LGBTQ peoples, me and her, we have our pride stuff on because we are prideful, honey. Yes. But I had a great weekend. You know, like I said, I had a cookout. My friends came. It's like, no, I'm playing with you. Then I went to a baby shower, and I need to post those pics. Yes, honey. But I had a good time. We played Never Have I Ever and drank and ate great food. And Glenn was there. Yeah, it was great. But yeah, everybody else? Go ahead.
Well, I wanted to go. Luckily, I didn't. So on Sunday, I went to Bar Country USA with some of my friends and my kids. We had a blast. Then we went to, the next day, we went to Busch Garden. While I was driving to Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, getting off at the exit to go into Williamsburg, my car started acting up. Like it just went, yes. No. Luckily, I made it to Busch Gardens, and come to find out, apparently, my parents-in-law think that the coolant dried up, and that's why I was doing that. But I'm like, but my car wasn't showing no overheating or anything. So I was okay. I think what's happening is I think my gear is not lined up or whatever. It's not tightened enough.
Oh.
Because when I turn the AC on, it's hard to accelerate, stuff like that. So.
Oh, Kurt. Wait. That sounds like
Did you check the coolant?
No. What is fuck? It's that thing, and it be costing like a lot of money to fix. What is it? And it does something with the acceleration because it happened with
my mom. No, it's not my gasket.
No, it's not the gasket.
Spark plugs.
No.
Yes,
No, it's this other part of the fucking car because like the car that I was supposed to get at first, that's what happened to me.
No, it's the top. Is the thing that connects the spark plugs into the engine that's but
what is it called? But what is it called?
I forgot. I'm like car person.
There's
wires.
No, it's a damn. Fuck it.
Anyway,
talk about.
I went to I think that's what it is. But
you said what?
Distributor.
No.
I had no lights going on, nothing. So yeah. Anyways, I had a lot of fun with my kids. Jack got to all the kids got to meet Elmo. Eva rode her first roller coaster. Jack got on his first ride in the water boat with the pop-up. We ate a lot of food. I spent a lot of money. We made candle. We dipped in candle wax. We had turkey legs. We bought hats and yeah. So Queen Pedii says I missed your party and I really wanted to go. But I was scared that the car was going to make it, which I'm glad I didn't. But if you want to go to Williamsburg over here and go to Busch Garden with me, I do have 2 free tickets for the summer.
When?
Let me know. Huh?
When?
Whenever. After the kids get out. So after the 20th.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. After that week of the 20th.
Yeah.
I am practically free. So I go to Puerto Rico.
Let's
I'm
go.
excited. Anyways, Tristan, what did you do this weekend?
So this weekend I had a lot of cooking to do for this meeting that was going on with the mutual aid. So I was cooking rice, mashed potatoes, roasted potatoes, beef stew. It was a lot, and we were cleaning that weekend. So I literally stayed up all night to make the joint, and I didn't stay because I was fucking exhausted. But besides that, just catching a new season of Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it all.
It's kind of like the first 2 episodes I had some issues with because they were doing too much, but the overall season, it was some of the best TV in a little bit.
I only got up to season 1, and I'm working on season 2.
That's how I'm with Ozarks. Like I love Ozarks. There was a time when Ozarks came out.
Can't do
where
Ozark
I was the only
anymore.
one.
I can't. No, is it Ozark? Yeah, it is Ozark.
Too much tension, or for me?
No, I like to watch it without the kids.
Yeah.
They start climbing, and then I'm distracted, and then I end up being on my phone, and I even pay attention to what's going on because I already missed half.
For me, it was like every scene is escalating the danger. There's so much drama, and so like I love season 1. I want to finish the season because there was a time where I was trying to play everyone on Ozark, and now the joint is like damn near finished, and I'm like, damn, we're so far behind. But that was my weekend. It wasn't too bad, but I was exhausted from all that cooking. Like I was literally up all hours making broth, making the rice, making the stew, making cooking stuff so that I can flavor the beef stew. It was good. I felt good dropping off food, but it was like I knocked out the whole rest of the day. But Glenn, how was your weekend?
It's been a weekend. It's been a weekend. I went to the cookout. That was awesome. That was probably my little relaxation out of all the hell I'm going through. But hey, just grinding, learning, and trying to be better.
Okay.
This week been all right for me. Don't mind they cut my grass in the background. I've been kind of like chilling lately. Staying up late night watching my TV show because that's the only time I have. Kids asleep, everybody else sleep. I think that's like what I get my great idea of things that I want to do. So I still got something coming up. I just don't know, but I got a feeling.
Okay.
Oh, I got one more thing. I watched Grey's Anatomy, their 400th episode this Thursday, where I started crying because I was like, why do they keep doing flashbacks? I started crying because seeing all the flashbacks reminded me, because my daughter was sitting next to me, and I'm like, when this show first came out, I was watching it with my mom. And now I get to watch it with my daughter. And my daughter's like, it's okay, Mom, I love you. And I was like, you don't understand. I'll cry. I'm like, you don't understand. Me and my mom, this was how we spent time together. And just that episode was good. It was dramatically good.
Long time ago. All right, so our topics for today will be what actually went wrong in the Uvalde, Texas shooting. The FBI is not being charged for lying about the interviews of the Olympic athletes in the Larry Nassar case. What are some scary local legends in your town? Do you believe that under the depth of the ocean water, there are islands, creatures, and etc. that still exist to this day? And do you believe in ghosts? All right. Now, a word from our sponsor.
Artemis of the Dodecatheon is a fantastical whirlwind of action, strong characters, mystery quests, and a lot of drama. 4.9 stars on Inkit. Purchase it on Amazon today. A to Z Creations is a Black woman-owned business that creates customized items such as rolling trays, clothing, tumblers, glasses, bags, jewelry, and more.
Okay, so last week we covered the tragic shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, and a lot more information has come out about the circumstances of how everything actually went down. So we know that the grandmother is still alive. She was shot in her face. She is the reason why the cops were following him. She is in stable condition, thank God. The police definitely fumbled this. They fumbled the hell out of it, y'all. You're telling me that y'all could not apprehend a shooter like before they got into the building? And then you guys have the audacity to blame the teacher and say that she propped the door open. And then come to find out, the police officers went in and grabbed their kids. Not anybody else's child. Didn't go in there to stop the shooter. Went in and grabbed their own child. Uvalde, Texas Police Department. Y'all are trifling. And then y'all kept the Border Patrol from coming in there and getting him 45 minutes. Y'all let them kids die and then had the nerve to be like, oh, we thought the kids were already dead.
But there's over 500 students, though.
And also, even if you think the kids are shot, you get in there sooner so that you can get medical attention to them. Like
they just didn't care.
No,
they were using them as a diversion.
The thing is that if they really think that all the students were shot, why the hell would they going in there to get their own damn kids? I'm sorry. And their cell phones, and you know some of those little elementary kids do got cell phones.
Yeah, they were calling 911. They were calling because 45 minutes. Alive.
They should have their asses in there no matter even if the kids were dead.
And my thing is this, were they afraid of getting shot? This is your job.
You were afraid.
That comes with the territory, right?
I'm sorry, they should all be fired because
they need to be.
They didn't do their job.
And they should never work as a police officer, not even a security guard.
Listen,
okay? Y'all don't know what to do.
I'm gonna be honest. Texas, no disrespect. It's just they do a lot of funny shit. Mm-hmm. They move too fucking funny for me. If anybody say you would like to move to Texas, no. They do too much funny shit for me. I'm so sorry. I have some good people. I know a couple of good people actually rep Texas. You know, my watch growing up, my favorite wrestler, and then they're from Texas. But at the same time, it's like they still move funny. It's not for me, you know. Like you could have went in there and patrol, make sure everybody good, but you went to grab your kid first. You didn't want to get shot. You didn't want to put your life in the hands to protect these future kids, but you want to grab your kids. It's like this. It's like, sorry guys, but fuck you guys. I'm getting my kids, and that's all that matters. They move too funny for me. They move too funny for me.
And you know what? I wanna like commend the mom who persuaded them to take her out of handcuffs because she was trying to get in there and get her child. And she went in there and got kids.
That is ridiculous.
Wow.
They handcuffed her because she was trying to go.
Yeah, because she was trying to get in there.
They didn't just
but the police officers didn't get handcuffed when they're going in.
No, they didn't only handcuff her.
Parents,
yeah.
She jumped a fucking fence. Yes, baby. Do what you got to do. That's a parent. She did what she had to do. She said,
all the kids. I mean, y'all need to link hands. Let's go. Y'all know how
she did what she had to fucking do.
She did what the police officer should have done, and she ain't had backup, And she didn't have weapons. She did what they
She
did.
ain't had no weapon. She got her ass in there.
Shit like this.
Bubble Bears, we
Second guess. You see, this is like this. They move too fucking funny for me.
Yeah.
They do. To me, this is all of the result of that back to blue mindset, because we've been telling cops after every single like police brutality case, police murder of an innocent civilian, we've been telling them that they're special, that it's their job to make sure that they get home to their families. So what did these cops do? They made sure that they were safe. Think about it. When the car went into the ditch, he had to cross basically the length of a football field to get to school. So there was plenty of time to stop him. But they let him get into the school because they saw the body armor, they saw the guns. They're like, And the whole time, he didn't even have body armor. He just had tactical vest, but the plating wasn't even in for the body armor. So they should have engaged him, but they're like, we're special. We need to be safe. Then they made sure to get their families.
Protective gear on you. I will keep shooting till something happens.
Something happens.
I would like to chime in on this though, but and what I'm about to say is not in any way defending the police officer, but it's the reality of our system, and I think it's important that people understand that. The reality of our system is these cops are not trained. They don't know what to do. So when they that's what I'm saying. They're not trained.
They have plenty of active shooter training,
that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, not for something like that. Not a regular cop. Something like that, they would usually call SWAT. So what you have is these.
But the Border Patrol was there.
Yeah, they're saying
and they wouldn't let them in. They kept saying,
and that's the problem.
Let us get through. They wouldn't let them through.
And that's the problem.
I don't like y'all cops.
That's the problem.
We got training gaps.
At this time, we need either.
Well, we're giving them too much credit.
But
Uvalde's police department has done multiple incidences active shooter training. And when it came down to is in real life, in the moment,
not like
their lives of those kids.
Because we have to be prepared for college week down here, where there is a lot of shootings all the time at the oceanfront. We have to be prepared for that. We have to be prepared because we have a lot of festivals over here in the same city. We prepare for that. They do a lot of training down here for our police officers. Do I think the police officers are amazing? No.
But see, that's the other piece.
They are being trained, though.
That's the other piece. Even if they are being trained, we don't have any go-to-getters no more. We don't have that mentality in people anymore. That's like you said, the mom is gonna rush in there and get as many kids as she can. We don't have, like, you could train somebody, but you can't make someone have the.
But you don't wait 45 fucking minutes. You don't wait 45 minutes for kids
to protect your community.
They're trying to protect their kids.
Right.
You don't take parents for that.
Like, if anything, let them parents get in there and let them get their kids. If they get shot getting their kids, at least they know they were trying to do something. Trying to get their kids. Just let them do what they need to do because y'all ain't doing your job.
Because I thought police officer wore the protective gear right in the front of the chest and the back. At least they have a little bit more protection than regular civilians. I'm sorry, you joined to be a police officer. You should know what you signed up for. Just that's why I don't feel bad. I feel bad. I get upset when they get killed, yes, because they did it for the community. Now, when they go killing civilians for no good reason, I get pissed off like any other person would do. But the thing is, you sign up. You know what you're signing up. Just like a teacher, when she signs up to be a teacher, she knows she's going to have to deal with asshole parents and some complete bitches of the students. They know this. But at the end of the day, they still do their job to teach.
Yes. Overall, though, that's what I'm trying to say. Overall, I'm with y'all, but overall, we got to understand that's not their job.
It is their job.
That's why
That's their job.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
To serve and protect, right?
I will look
serve
this up.
And protect.
I will look this up.
That's literally the shit. That's their emblem. To serve and protect.
My kids' school.
I'm sorry.
Their emblem.
People don't want to hear. I'm mad too. But that is not your job as a regular cop. Your job is to come
so you're telling me the regular
make
cop
sure no one gets out, and then they call SWAT. SWAT is supposed to come and
They should have let Border Patrol roll up in there.
Yeah,
that's my point.
If Border Patrol comes in and says, "Hey, what the fuck?" and you keep the Border Patrol from coming through, who is really trained for that because they deal with cartel members.
I don't think that's right at all. But it's politics. If this is the point that you're going to make about that, they should have let the Border Patrol through.
And also, so you're telling me that all the police officers that's stationed at our school, in the schools down Virginia Beach, they should go, "I'm sorry, it's not my job," and let the guy just come in?
But y'all interrupting me, so y'all not hearing what I'm fully trying to say.
Oh, no, we heard you.
That's not their job.
You don't.
You said it wasn't their job.
Well, I think
but their job is to serve and protect.
No, it's the same.
Yes, it is. It's on the emblem to serve.
Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me. It's okay.
They have to serve and protect. They didn't protect. They didn't do their job.
They didn't do their job, and also they want to arm teachers.
Sorry, Glenn, but they didn't do their job.
It's called job and it's called mentality of someone.
Well, if they got the mentality that they don't want to get shot, then they should not be a police officer. Go work at a retail store. Because this ain't it for you then.
Glenn,
this ain't the job for you if you are afraid to be in a shootout. What do you think they give you a gun for?
Yeah. Glenn, what you're saying is exactly why people say abolish the police. It's exactly why people want gun control. Because if you're saying even the police, it's not their job to do this, but you want to arm teachers so it's their job to do it, that's insane. We have too many guns in the hands.
I have the definition here that says what a police officer is. A police officer is a sworn to defend and protect people. They can arrest and detain individuals who are accused of breaking the law. They ensure drivers follow traffic laws, respond to emergencies, and patrol areas where crime may occur. They often document any action they took in detailed reports.
That's not what I'm not hearing me. It's okay.
My ex-father-in-law was a police officer. Trust and believe.
And talk to him. I know what I'm talking about. Talk to him and ask him what the procedures are.
I know what I'm talking about.
No, I didn't say you wasn't, but I'm saying
I'm
talk
telling
to him
you
and ask him what the procedures are. We're not talking about what I would do or what
been like, they got to go in there.
So bodies of a police,
they got to go in there.
That's not their job.
Duties.
That is his duty. That was his duty.
Y'all not understanding it.
Protects life and property through the enforcement of
that was his duty.
Response to calls for police service, conducts primary and follow-up criminal and traffic, conducts interviews, prepares written report and field notes of patrol activities, arrests and process criminals, testify in courts, emergency duties required during advised weather condition, ability to exercise judgment and determine when to use force and to what degree, operate a law enforcement vehicle under emergency condition day or night, comprehend legal documents including citation, warrants, and other documents, commanding emergency personnel at accident, emergency, and disaster, take an active role in community ordinary policing on campus, innate traffic and or criminal. So they have a lot of this one, UNC police. That was what that from that site. But
look,
they just didn't.
What were you saying? What were you saying, Glenn?
Oh no, it's good. Y'all don't get it's going over their head, so I'm not going to keep.
It's not going over my head.
It's not going over my head.
But what you're saying is,
I'm telling you,
let me talk. I can explain it.
Hey, fine.
What'd you say?
Sorry.
Okay. If I talk without interruption, y'all don't have to agree. Y'all don't have to agree. What I'm saying is, they have policies and procedures. Now, what we would do as us speaking here, yeah, I'm mad. I'm the type of cop that I would say, you know what, fuck policy, I'm going in the motherfucker. Yes. However, that is not their policy. The actual policy is to consider, let me make sure I'm using the right English here. Get to the scene, make sure the scene is straight. You got to take it. That's why we have SWAT. We have SWAT for a reason. If our regular officers were trained for these situations, just to hop in the building, then that's what they would have done. But they're not trained for that. That's what SWAT is for. So they get there, secure the scene, they call SWAT. Hopefully SWAT is already called and they're minutes behind the actual cop. Then SWAT goes in there. If they go in there untrained with their fellow man, it's just more guns, more killing, and that can turn out disastrous with the wrong person. It's no different than me going to paintball with somebody that I have not trained with, and I can tell them, hey, this is what we're going to do. You're going to go left, you're going to go right. These are what these handmans move. Then I go in there with somebody that I train every day with for this exact situation. They may have training for a particular thing, but training for a particular thing and this is what you do, it's two different things. So I'm not going to sit here and say they didn't do their job. I'm going to sit here and say it's a shame that there ain't different policies when it comes to stuff like that. So when these cops show up on scene, they're ready for action. It's a shame that we don't have people like myself and like y'all that would say, hey, fuck whatever the rules are, I'm going straight into that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's the reality.
I'm going to tell you something. So 3 years ago yesterday, we had a mass shooting in Virginia Beach. 12 people got killed and 4 was injured. And the police officers, not SWAT, not nobody else, the police officers went into the courthouse that this man was shooting up because he was pissed off at what was going on with his job, and he went in there and just shot up. The police officer shot him down. He was holding hostages, trying to kill more people, but they went in there and they shot down. And that's what I'm saying is that, like, they could have done a lot more.
Yeah, I agree. I never disagree with that.
My thing is, let's say you're right. At the end of the day, this is why people want policies changed. This is why people want gun reform. This is why people want police abolished and resorting to doing other things than how they cover all these things. This is why we want police demilitarized. Because at the end of the day, you have a system where on one hand, they're happy to kill people that they're afraid of over traffic stops. On the other hand, they're willing to use a classroom of children as a diversion so they can get their own kids and avoid the shooter. And we have, since 2012, we've had 1,900 mass shootings in this country. That's on average 1 a day. So this is not getting better. This is getting worse, and we're making excuses for the people that are specifically trained to deal with this. And so instead of making excuses, let's change laws, let's change policies.
I agree with that.
Protect our kids.
So I want to ask you a question, Glenn. Do you have any family members that are police officers?
Yes, and I'm all in the law enforcement stuff.
No. Who?
I've had a friend of mine that's in the police officer. I've done security and been in law enforcement and training all my life.
I've done security too, and I had to do
in the
active shooter training.
And I've done that too with the whole big video screen, and I've done tactical stuff.
So what I'm saying is this. They don't always call SWAT. They will go in there themselves.
Oh, I know. That I'm not
because
denying
in
that.
all those 45 minutes, where was SWAT?
I'm not denying that. I never denied.
No, I need to know, where was SWAT? If SWAT was supposed to be called, where was SWAT?
They were supposed to.
But everybody got guns in Texas.
Yeah.
You're going to have a SWAT.
I thought that, a good guy with a gun can stop a bad guy with a gun.
There's a little bit more to it, but yeah.
No, that's a lie.
But see, but you know what? We're gonna kind of switch over to a really nice part about this. The funerals of the babies and everything, they are being paid for. Somebody donated money to get all these funerals done. We all of the caskets will be uniquely decorated for each and every single one of them. I've seen some of them. They are absolutely beautiful. And it's you said what?
I said they deserve it. Those kids deserve.
And I think about like maybe 5 of them are already done. One had TikTok on it, and it had the little girl.
Oh, she must have loved
It was. I think it's a news article about her too. She wanted to do TikTok, but she was too young. So they got her a TikTok cast. It's beautiful.
Can you post some of the pictures during, like, we could
I can find it
for a minute or two for them? And just go.
Yeah. All right, but let's go to our commercial break.
Artemis of the Dodecatheon is a fantastical whirlwind of action, strong characters, mystery quests, and a lot of drama. 4.9 stars on Inkit. Purchase it on Amazon today.
So for our next topic, I don't know if y'all remember Larry Nassar, the former U.S. gymnastics doctor who's serving anywhere from 40 to 175 years over molesting more than 500 different little girls in association with the Olympics over his career. Well, back in 2015, the FBI was actually interviewing victims about the Nassar case and everything like that, but they didn't report the case, they didn't follow up, and they didn't even investigate until 2 years later when a newspaper basically exposed everything. And it turns out in that 2-year time, Nassar had basically victimized 120 girls. And basically to cover up all that, they basically lied about the statements that they were getting from girls like Michaela Maroney saying, oh, is that all? During that time when they were interviewing her, they were lying about those statements, and they were working with people in the Olympics committee and the higher ups in USA gymnastics to make sure that, they could cover up their part in it. So it was only just on Nassar. And the Justice Department, for the 3rd time now, on the same day that they announced that basically the Justice Department will be looking into the Uvalde police misconduct, on that same day, they also announced that the 2 FBI agents who were doing all those interviews and who made those false claims, they said they acknowledged that they were lying in their statements, but they said there's not enough evidence to actually charge them in what's actually the largest sex abuse scandal in the history of U.S. sports. And to me, this is exactly why women don't go and just en masse report assaults that happen to them, and why rape cases are so heavily underreported. And the problem is way worse than we really realize, because these are FBI agents above cops. Their borough is literally the Federal Bureau of Investigations. It's their job to do detective work and look out for people. And these are Olympic gold and silver and bronze medalists. These are like the top athletes that you would think that they would bend over backwards to take care of. But one of the FBI agents was actually looking to get a job with USA Gymnastics. I guess he saw how good Nassar had it at the time, and maybe he wanted a piece of that pie. But this is why rape culture is such a big problem. This is why women aren't believed so often, because they chose his side and his claim that this is a necessary medical procedure over all these victims that came forward to them, and allowed 120 more girls to be victimized. But I'm gonna pass it to y'all. What do y'all think about this sick shit that this one predator, he did finally go down, but only after a newspaper exposed it, and the FBI agents who could have exposed him, could have taken him down, there's nothing gonna be done to them, or to the higher ups in the Olympics committee. I'll pass it on to you.
So I agree that this is exactly why rapes are underreported for men and women.
Mm-hmm.
Because I will say, like, in my experience, like, because my rapist actually stalked me. Like, and when I went to the police about, getting restraining order and actually pressing charges. When I was giving my story, it just seemed as if like the detective, he was just so, like, he didn't really believe me. And I'm like, I don't, it sucks. It just really fucking sucked. And for the FBI to sit there and like just be like, oh, just medical procedures. Fingering a girl is not a medical procedure. It's not. These are kids. I feel bad for Simone Biles because, like, I'm as strong as she is putting herself out to be. I mean, we saw what happened during the Olympics, and was it China they went to last year?
Was it China or Japan? I can't remember.
Was it China or Japan? Well, wherever they went. It was where?
Japan.
She had to drop out because I'm not going to say it was solely because of that, but it was just so much compounded. These girls are going through a traumatic experience, and then when you sit there and try to make it seem as if they aren't, like they're lying, they're just saying this, like, no, this is happening. Like, it's more of we have to have more conversations on consent. And we also have to make it so that people don't feel ashamed to come and say, hey, somebody did this. Because I'm going to tell my kids, I will not look at you any different. Tell me if somebody touches you. Tell me. I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to make you feel ashamed. Tell me so I can beat their ass. So.
I was told I was asking for it.
You said what?
Somebody told me I was asking for it. I'm like, how am I asking for it? I'm wearing a Subway uniform. I must be really asking in a t-shirt and some khaki pants that's baggy, but I was asking for it. Giving a ride to my coworker who I thought was not interested in me at all, but I was asking for it. He has a girlfriend, just had a baby, but I was asking for it.
That's an excuse that they use to basically demean us and make us not want to have to even like try to press charges, because the whole thing of boys will be boys, but these are grown ass men. These are grown men. These ain't boys.
You sure that you didn't ask for it? Because, you're pretty young and you look like that. So, of course, maybe you were asking for it and then you just didn't like the way he did it.
Even if that was technically true, if you didn't like the way he did it and you told him to stop, or you were indicating, like, that's the thing. That's why consent needs to be understood, because, like, it's not like you can be in the middle of something and you tell someone, oh, no, I don't like this, and they keep going. That's still, like, it doesn't matter if it's just violent or just, like, unasked for. Even in situations where it was starting off consensual, it could end up unconsensual. And it's like, listen, it happens to guys too, but I couldn't imagine being a woman and having to, like, tolerate.
I was waiting till marriage.
Yes, same here. Same here.
I was in my last year of high school. I haven't been touched.
Mm-hmm.
And.
But this is how they do us. But go ahead. Anybody else want to tackle it?
Yeah.
I just wish that more people were willing to listen and believe instead of putting down, because this is how these rapists keep doing it over and over and over to different females. And then, oh, wow, there's 30 females? Really? He raped 30 females? And it's like, yes, we try to tell you that he's been raping us. Or, yes, I was scared to tell you guys because you guys always don't believe.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, Station 19 did an episode on kind of rape. It wasn't exactly rape, but and when I say that, he didn't stick his dick in her or anything, but Karina from Grey's Anatomy in Station 19, she asked her, "Can I do a body rape kit on you to get all of that?" Because a lot of females and male don't understand that they need to do this, and you don't know that you're not supposed to wash your body, go straight to the hospital emergency room, and ask for a rape kit right there and then.
Yeah.
Because the minute you start washing your body, you lose all that DNA, all that like scratching him, all that DNA from underneath your nails, and then he can go, "Well, I was never around her."
But the thing is that reason why some people go and wash, boy or girl go wash their body, because they don't want that scent. They don't want his sweat, his or her sweat. They don't want that.
I know. I understand. I did not know neither. But I'm saying, if anybody get raped, please, I know it's going to be really hard that you want all that stuff off of you, but go to the emergency room, get that rape kit. Please. That way you could be able to have proof before you go to the police, because they ain't going to believe you.
They're not. Because of you, I believe that's another reason why, like, he just kind of was like looking at me like, okay. But like the fact that like at that time I had like such a photographic memory that like I remembered like weird ass details, and he was just like,
but my thing is that there's not enough people to believe. Go get that rape kit. Go get it done. Get it done. So you can go wash all that off, and they still have proof that this person did to you.
But then again, you know, some of them rape, whatever. Some of them are more like they'll force the victim to take a shower in front of them too, as well.
That's true.
So therefore, if you say you got raped,
but still inside though. Still inside. There's still DNA inside. Yes.
Yeah, that's understandable. But some rapists will actually sit there and watch you wash your body up.
Yeah, but you
but as a inside people, is still DNA.
There's still DNA. There's still cum.
Yeah. Pre-cum, people. Pre-cum.
They can still get them.
There's still going to be the condom residue from lubrication. And even for the guys, if you get raped from the back, you still got something back there.
Because they can use the Q-tip on y'all and get the vaginal, if it's a woman who raped you, get the vaginal secretions. Or if it's a man, you know, same as how they would do a woman. I'm sorry for y'all buttholes. But yes. That's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to go.
Phase.
Huh?
And not every person's going to tell you to go wash up, because especially if you're in like college and stuff, they're not going to, half the guys, unless they've done this many, many times, they're not going to tell you go take a shower unless they have done this a lot of times.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just an absolute
disgrace.
Sad. I mean, it's sad.
It's sad, you know. It's sad, but
what?
Yeah. It's just I can't picture a female in my family telling me that.
It won't.
I'm already a tough person who don't do talking. Now, when you
my parents to this day don't know.
When a female sibling is telling a male sibling that they got raped, and that male sibling is the type of person who's very calm and cool and more of the middle person, make sure everything's good. All gloves off. Gloves is off. They want to know where that person. I am telling you, they're gonna. It's like me. One of my females tell me that I am not gonna. Where he from? What happened? How he looked? I'm gonna watch him and study him.
Yeah.
I am gonna. You know, they are gonna grab him. You know, put him in the car, whatever. Take him somewhere. Ask him.
I'm gonna kidnap your ass.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just levels of. It's just a man could take but so much if a female in his family got raped.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck gonna happen to me. I know I'm gonna lose my shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's understandable.
I'm ready to go to jail.
Yeah.
If you touch, and I'm saying this on this joint that's gonna be on YouTube. If you touch one of my women that I'm close to, whether it's a friend, whether it's a family, it ain't talking. I'm going to find your ass, and you better hope that the cop find you before I do, because I'm not killing you fast. I'm going to make you suffer and feel every inch of pain that I could possibly make you feel.
All right.
Then I'm probably going to let you sit there in the pain, just so you can suffer.
Oh, child. All right, y'all. Let's go to our commercial break.
Artemis of the Dodecatheon is a fantastical whirlwind of action, strong characters, mystery quests, and a lot of drama. 4.9 stars on Inkit. Purchase it on Amazon today.
Hey y'all, so our next topic is going to be one of my favorites. I love local legends, scary stories, those kind of things. And so around here in Virginia Beach, we have many different legends and scary stories. So for today's topic is, what are some scary local legends in your town? So for me, we have this really famous hotel called the Cavalier Hotel. It sits on top of a hill in front of our ocean front. So there are so many legends about this place because it was a very hot spot to go visit. So they even had the president go there. President Roosevelt was there. They had just a lot of different famous people. We had the founder of Coors beer, Coors, and so supposedly something happened while they were downstairs dancing. He excused himself, went up to the 6th floor, and then he opened up the window and jumped out to his death. Another one, and I'm going to tell you all the ones about this place real quick. So another one is, if you visit this place and you go around the pool, there's a pool, you hear a cat meowing in a distance. Then you see this little girl going, "Have you seen my cat?"
Have you seen the cat?
And the scariest one, there's a lot of ghosts there. There's one that doesn't even know he's dead. So he's a bellhopper, and you get your stuff up there, and he looks like he's actually he never died. He just looks like an old-timey clothes. And he goes, and he's African-American, he goes, "Do not go up to the 6th floor, it's haunted." Yes. And he doesn't realize he's dead.
Wow.
So he warns, like, randomly warns.
He'll tell you not to go to the 6th floor.
Yeah, he goes, "Do not go to the 6th floor or the 6th room," because the cool guys died. His room number was 606. Yeah, so he's like, "Don't go up there. It's haunted."
Ooh.
And then there's a lot of different local legends around here. We got a witch haunting over here. Because I live near Witch Duck, which is actually the road that goes to this lake. And that's where they used to dump the witches. So what are some of y'all legends? Make it good, please.
Ooh. All right, so I actually have a couple of them. And the first one is, I live about 5 minutes away from where the Exorcist House used to sit. Yes, y'all. My parents have always told me the story of, the house and all that. So it's in Mount Rainier, y'all. Mount Rainier, Maryland. Right now, they did tear the house down. And it's a playground there now. But you never see anybody on that fucking playground. Never, ever. And when you go past it, like, it's like a real creepy ass feeling.
They probably never cleaned the ground.
I don't think they did. It's very weird, but if you don't know the story about the Exorcist, the true story, a little boy had actually gone to his aunt's house in Boston, technically, and they played with the Ouija board. And he came back home, but he was already like something had attached itself to him. And so he started like acting real weird. They brought, the exorcist there. They did the exorcism. Lord have mercy. I mean, it was basic. It wasn't exactly like the movie, but they said it was actually worse. Yeah, scary shit. And also, all right, so there's a local legend in the White House, and this legend actually is my grandfather. He is a ghost in the White House. So he used to work there as like the greeter. He worked with like a lot of the presidents. He died from a heart attack in his sleep. But they said that after he died, the elevator would go up to the floor that he would always go up to, which I believe was the third floor, and it would open up. Like, no reason at all. You could be pressing a whole different button. It was always going to that floor. My grandfather still was going to work. So
I got one.
It's wild.
I got one. I used to work for this nursing home, right? And they sent me out to like somewhere in Randolph, New Jersey, close to Randolph, whatever case might be. I passed a nursing home, not nursing, but like a nut institute places, whatever case might be, go past. And I went to my job, but I always get this feeling like this creepy feeling. But I ignore it. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's, just in my head. And I used to get like when I stop, I just feel like someone's watching me, and I look around like, oh, okay, well, I didn't save something. So a girl picked me up and the driver, and she was like, oh, this way used to be the mental institute when people used to escape and, all this stuff. And now they knocked it down. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, this big field. I was like, really? She's like, yeah. I said, oh, I used to get this feeling someone used to watch me or, silly. And she's like, you didn't get creeped out? No, and it's pitch black over there. Pitch black. You see deers and bears. It's like pitch black. And she was like, you didn't get creeped out? Like, no. She was like, it don't bother you? Like, no, why? She's like, oh, no, it's creepy. I mean, if it was there, I probably would pull over and walk around, but I don't really get scared. It was like very excited that, it was something creepy over there, but she looked at me weird. She still look at me weird to this day. But it's all good though. I just don't believe in some of that stuff. I just be like, it's just some he say, she say stuff, say something, hearsay. So
your ass felt like you was being watched.
Yeah.
I didn't get creeped out on that, and I'd just be like, oh, okay, I'll just rub it off.
You got creeped out. You said somebody's watching. Everybody gets creeped out.
I don't get creeped out.
Not the mental institution, baby.
It's okay. Google kept telling me to turn left into a field for 3 miles one time. There's nothing.
That sounds like technology fucking up.
No. No, it was telling us like, at first it was like, go straight. It goes, turn left. So I said, nope, we'll make a U-turn and we're going to find a different way to go home now. Yeah, my fault. It kept yelling at us to turn left, and there's no road. There's just field of corn. And I'm like, this ain't going to be no turn on the corn over here. I make a U-turn and go back. Yes.
Well,
Wakefield.
for me, I know I might not often look it, or act like it, but I am still a Brooklyn nigga. And we're usually more worried about cops and robbers than we are about ghosts. However, my roommate likes to joke that I actually talked to a ghost once. the story I told them. So I'll tell you the story, let y'all decide. So back in 2003, I don't know who on the East Coast also experienced it, but on August 14th, there was a crazy blackout that took up like 8 states' electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's my first time going through.
That was the hurricane. That was a hurricane. It was a hurricane that came through here.
I think it was Hurricane Sandy, probably. No,
this was like a random ass like storm that knocked everybody power out. I remember that because my whole neighborhood, we ended up like sitting outside and just talking to each other.
I remember that.
What else to do?
Twister went past that.
Yeah, it was a twister. That's right.
They went past where I was.
Okay, go ahead, Tryst.
Well, where we was at, we didn't get the twister, so we just like, and I went to sleep dumb early because nothing to do, and I wake up, it's the middle of the night, it's dark as hell, and I just wanted to explore what the city's like. It's like the first time anything's happened, I want to just be in it. So I go outside, sneak outside. I sneak around my neighbors because they're outside with a fire going, talking, and I just want to like explore the neighborhood in like pitch darkness. And so, because I would do dumb shit like that, and I'm walking up this block that's like right near my house, but I'm walking down the side of the block and it's near the library. And as I'm walking, a car passes by, and at that moment it shines, and just when I'm about to like walk past the house, there's a little girl my age who's like black but super pale, like white skin pale, but like pale white skin, like sitting there, and I'm just like shocked for a second. I don't like react. But I just see her when the car passes by, and I end up sitting down and talking to her for what feels like hours. And I can't remember any of the conversation except the one part where she was like, oh, you know, actually in my house, if you go up to the top of the stairs, there's actually a ghost that will be over there. And she actually invited me into her house in the middle of the night to see if I wanted to see the ghost. And I was just like, one, I'm like, I don't even believe in ghosts, but I was just like, something about that don't feel right. I was like, oh, no, I'm good. And like, when like I feel like we talk for hours because like we got to the point where like I don't think the sun came up yet, but I could start actually seeing her because for the longest time we were talking in the dark to each other and couldn't even see each other's faces. Like I couldn't even see my hands in front of me, and so. Like once the light is starting to get light up where I can actually see her, I say goodbye to her, I go back home, I sneak back home. And for the next 4 years, I'm there until like I graduated high school. And that was the first time I ever met her, and I'd never seen her again after that day. And my roommate likes to joke that like, oh, did she want to leave the house? Did she ever step away from the house at all? But she was like, no, she's not in the house, it's dark, what was she supposed to do? And mom was like,
that's probably where she died at.
Yeah.
Like, no, I hope not. But she was like, bitch, you was talking, the ghost she wanted you to see up at the top. So she was like, you was talking about that.
You should look that up. See if there's anybody that got killed in that area.
Maybe.
That's you're like, no, I'm not doing that.
I just believe it was a girl that I just met and had a great time talking to. But it's funny, I can't remember anything about that conversation but that one part where she's like.
But the thing is that she invited you to go into her house to see this ghost. So that means somebody probably died in her house, and she probably died outside.
I hope not, but shit.
Okay. That was her bus stop or something, because usually ghosts stay near their homes or the spot where it's like big memory or where they died.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
So we're gonna get Surfing Glenn.
Well, I definitely believe in all of this. I actually use New York. I have heard stories that the site of, how should I politically say this? The Freedom Tower site is actually haunted. I know people that work there now, and I've heard one particular story from the guy that works there. He does general maintenance and stuff. And he's like, yeah, there's times where he'll be up in the offices by himself. And he says one time he was just up there and he got an overwhelming feeling like it was just people. Like just mass, like if someone opened the door and a bunch of people rushed in. He said he was there one time. He felt like, his exact words was, he felt like somebody ran through him, and then he felt like the floor was pulled from underneath his feet to the point where he had to grab onto something like to gain his opposers and stuff. He says he heard stories from the workers that work there, that they'll hear like alarms going off, they'll hear sirens screaming. And I'm like, for that site being what it is, I can only imagine. And I think only because there's so much like stuff with it, I think these stories won't get out until a couple more years to where boom in your face stories type. Because, they're still trying to be sensitive to people that lost lives on that site. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that joint is jacked up with energy. I know when I was on there, I felt it. So
yeah, I haven't been to the towers. Don't want to go to the towers. Because I'm an empath and I'll feel that. Because I went to the Octagon House and I felt like I wanted to jump, and that's where a girl had jumped off the railing, like overwhelming sadness. So I don't go to like certain sites.
I always want to go to the Cavalier Hotel, but something keeps telling me not to go. And I'm like, but I want to see what they're talking about. They got a good spa, girl. They got one favorite spa, and I could have got the hookup to go there, but something just kept telling me in the back of my head, kept saying, no, you don't need to be going there. Do not go there. Do not go on YouTube. Look it up. They would tell you so many story hauntings at that one place alone.
Wow.
That, let's visit.
Ooh, okay. Well, let's go to our next topic. Let's go to our next topic in commercial break.
Artemis of the Dodecatheon is a fantastical whirlwind of action, strong characters, mystery quests, and a lot of drama. 4.9 stars on Inkit. Purchase it on Amazon today.
So our next topic will be, do you believe that under the depths of ocean water, there are cities, creatures, and etc. until this day? Well, I have decided to pick that topic because there are underwater, water sea creatures that been found, but there's no explanation. Like people don't know where octopus come from. They don't know where jellyfish come from. And they found a whole bunch of other water, like deep side animals that's underwater that they don't know where it come from. So I watch things on YouTube, like Lost Sea Atlantis and things like that. And, some people don't believe in that, but, there's things that show up that people wondering like, is there really cities and things underwater that we haven't explored? Like, I think we only explore like maybe like 5 to 8% of ocean depths, but not even 50%. And I believe that there's much scarier motherfuckers out there, and I'm safe on land. I ain't gotta dive or nothing. I'm okay. Like, if I see something pop up, oh yeah, but exploring, going underwater, nah, I'm good. I don't need to find anything. I let the experts handle that,
Lord.
So what do you guys think?
I think that, it's a lot of stuff like underwater that we, like cities and stuff like that. Like, they actually do know where Atlantis like stood. So it's like, I can't remember the exact location, but they did find it. They found, because was it Plato?
Yeah,
Plato? Yeah, Plato, he had like the map of like the design of what Atlantis was, and they have found it. They found like the actual like structure.
Yeah, because they have some deep dive technologies that drains the water on their side. So
and they found it. It's very interesting. Like it's sad that it did flood, but those are one of the underwater cities that we do have. Didn't they just find something in China, like in a crater or some shit? Yeah, yeah. So like I do believe that there are like things that we don't know about. Look, I think if you find a portal, y'all, don't go to it. Like if it's some green portal type of thing, just don't, please.
Just because
y'all gonna bring back some wild shit.
One of the creatures that live in the deep.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I just feel
you know what that kind of reminds me of? That SpongeBob episode when he got stuck.
Oh yeah,
there's this deep. I think it's called a reach or canyon. It's really deep. It's so deep that they don't even know how deep it goes.
Damn.
Because it's that damn deep, and nobody could go that deep.
Yep.
And they haven't made any machines that could go that deep yet. But it's supposed to be the deepest part of the world, of Earth, the deepest. And I do believe there's so many, because my thing is there had to be a couple of cities. I don't know if y'all believe in aliens or not, but there's a couple of cities and a lot of people believe in aliens gave technology to like Egypt and stuff. But the thing is that I believe that there's cities, like Atlantis and stuff like that. I believe that might have been 100%, but might have been alien and they merged with humans and then it became Atlantis kind of thing, and they gave their technology to different cultures. Because you look at all the cultures around the world, there are a lot of it where they kind of sync up. Like, how do you know, and you guys are all the way over here, and we haven't learned how to swim or go through the sea. Like,
go ahead.
They also found the thing called, I think it's called false whale or false something. Is it have a body as a dolphin and face as a whale. False something. It only comes in like hundreds, twos, threes, 4, 5, but it don't come like a group of 5, a group of 10. No, it comes in hundreds. I think it's like false something. I can't remember the name of it. False something.
I think dragons were real at one point.
Yeah.
Like, I just believe we killed them all. That's it. We killed them because we're assholes.
Come on.
You saw big ass T-Rex flying around, you probably want to kill it too.
Yeah, I get it. I know. But I mean, dragons are so cool. Like, I kind of want a bearded dragon. Anyway, so let me not do that right now because our editor is probably like, you wanted a ferret 3 days ago. No, but in all seriousness, like Atlantis, maybe not them merging with aliens, but maybe like just getting the technology, I believe, because even the structure of their city was very, odd. Like it was like a circle, but it was a maze in a weird way. Like it's so interesting. But like there's definitely stuff underwater. Yeah. Like maybe 2-3 years ago they heard like this sound under the water.
Cthulhu, huh?
And it wasn't a whale. Like it was way too deep to be a whale. So like they still don't know what it was.
For me, I would say like, because I'm actually writing a story that involves a mermaid and where she actually has to interact and even battle a couple of like sea creatures that I'm like imagining and inventing up. And so I do like to play with the ideas of like what could be living deep down there. like, even with the story of Noah, like, people always talk about how the first time it rained and covered the earth, but people don't also talk about how it said that the earth split open and springs of water was coming out. And I don't know if not too long ago, I think there was actually scientists who say they believe there might be like another ocean under like the crust of the earth, like almost like in the mantle area, that I don't know how big it would be, but might have provided some of that extra water. And then also when you think about, when people talk about spaceships, for example, some people believe that UFOs aren't coming from outer space, that they're actually like coming from the water, and that they pop up and they go back to the water, and that's why they disappear so quickly, on top of them having such crazy speed. So these are things that I would say I hardcore believe will go to the mat to defend. But at the same time, I do like thinking about these in creative like ways, both for writing and just like on some, who knows? Like, I'm not gonna fight you on a conspiracy theory, but I'm like, I haven't proof to say for sure, but like, it's interesting to think about.
Oh, I want to also clarify: the people of Atlantis were Black. Okay, y'all.
What?
They were Black. No, because where it is located, it's Africa. It's like it's a part of Africa that was connected to like where Europe was, or whatever the hell it is. Because y'all know Africa used to be a whole lot bigger than it was. Then they were Black people, and that's why when they made the movie, they were Black.
I will say that I definitely believe in it, because I think it's funny how we so concentrated on being on the moon, and we haven't even really explored our Earth like that. I mean, not just underwater, but in a hole.
Yeah.
There's still land that no one has walked on. There's still islands that no one has crossed. Like, there's so much to be discovered. There's new bugs being discovered every day. So
Good.
So I'm
You okay?
definitely, I'm definitely a full believer in that. There's new stuff being discovered. Like you said, yeah. Just I think it was in Japan where the sinkhole opened. They went down and they said there was grass that was taller than them, like trees, like ancient trees. And I'm like, yeah, like it's so much stuff out there. It will blow your mind.
Yeah.
And I think there is more of a cover-up than it is, like, I think it's a cover. I honestly think it's us focusing on the wrong thing. Like, I don't even know why we're so focused on getting to the moon and we ain't even discovered the Earth like that. But you know what I'm saying? Then I think scientists and stuff have been places. Everything ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, the whole world don't need to know if you found a portal. Like, if they found one, I'm pretty sure they experiment on you, just never know.
During quarantine, they said they found like a portal or something. Like, it was like green light that was emanating from it.
The Bermuda Triangle is a portal.
Oh yeah.
That's why Puerto Ricans don't. The area
Don't
that
go to Bermuda Triangle.
They do not touch it because they say that once you go in, you don't come back. They won't even put any boats near that area.
Yeah. Like, do not go to the Bermuda Triangle. Don't try it. Please stop it. Okay? Because y'all ain't coming home.
Remember there was that scheme a while back. I don't know how big it is now, but about the person on TikTok that they said he got transferred or something to another realm, and he was showing places with no one in the back. No one testing them, saying, "Hey, go to this place, go to a hospital," and he was doing everyone's challenge.
Everything.
He saw nobody.
That was in Spain.
In Spain.
That was in Spain.
He would place items in places, and then people would go and find that item. So we knew there was some type of link to the world. But yeah, that's just crazy. I don't know what happened to him or where that story went, but yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because I followed that shit. I was bored during quarantine. Okay, I was bored.
I followed it too. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
They also found this island. I can't remember the name of the island. Start with an S. It's some weird stuff. It's isolated. If you step foot, they kill you. Like the people on the island, they'll kill you.
The black people in India.
Yeah. It's banned. You can't even go near it, fly over. You can fly over it.
Yeah, but they'll shoot their arrows at you.
Yeah, they might shoot you.
Why?
But the reason why they do that now is because they did let colonizers come through there. They kidnapped some people. The people got sick, and then they brought the fucking people back, and then people got sick again, of course, because it's like, because I think they took 2 elders and I believe 3 children.
Yeah.
And ever since then, they don't fuck with them.
It's like over 4,000 people that live on the island. Everything is like they have no technology, nothing.
Yeah.
Everything is
built. They are purely
isolated.
Pure. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. What is the name of that island? Because that Chinese boy. I'm sorry. I don't know if he was Chinese or Korean and white or whatever the fuck he was.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He got killed because he kept going over there after they shot arrows at him.
It was a prisoner that broke out of jail. He went on that island and they never found him ever again. They found pieces of his shirt.
You do not step off that island.
Near that water, but other than that, they killed him. And they said it's restricted.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up the island.
Because I love that it's North Sentinel Island.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Sentinel.
They are Black people, but they are literally untouched. They are basically original Indian. They are, and their community is beautiful. And we need to stop trying to go over there and colonizing them. They don't want to be colonized. Leave them the fuck alone, please. Yeah. Just please.
And they don't go by themselves. If a female going somewhere far, she have like 6 or 7 people, but they're far away watching you.
Yeah.
And they aim, they hunt and game. Everything is like oh my gosh,
they're amazing.
I'm good shots. They probably got some hidden technology in that trade.
No, I don't.
We don't know.
No technology. No technology.
Nothing.
But we don't know that.
No, I'm telling you, they fly drones over the island. They don't have any technology.
They might have technology that we do not have.
I'm saying that we don't know how.
It yet.
No one knows. No one has actually.
Well, if they got technology over there, then
I'm pretty sure they
ain't using it.
They probably got stuff that we have no clue about. That's what I'm saying. There's stuff that we haven't even seen.
No, I don't think so because because the people that actually did go over there and study them, I believe the last time that they really were studied was in the 70s. And they don't have any technology. I'm telling you. It is literally they hunt for their food. If they get sick, it's kind of it. They really don't wear clothing. They don't have any type of technology. They were being introduced to certain technology, but they kind of were like, yeah, like dolls and stuff. They didn't really have that for real. Like it is literally a pure society of like nothing. There, that's it. But let's go to a commercial break.
Artemis of the Dodecatheon is a fantastical whirlwind of action, strong characters, mystery quests, and a lot of drama. 4.9 stars on Inkit. Purchase it on Amazon today. A to Z Creations is a Black woman-owned business that creates customized items such as rolling trays, clothing, tumblers, glasses, bags, jewelry, and more.
What's good, y'all? Today's topic for me is, do you believe in ghosts and why? See, now, ever since I was a child, I've always believed in the spooky things. You can say I kind of was a factual. And this is way before I became a witch or was into stones and spirits and all that. I just always loved ghosts. I've always felt the spirits around me. I'm one to feel that spirits are everywhere. It's just if you are in tune to feel the energy. My story for today is I actually was at camp, and they said that this campground was haunted. So one late night, and this is into me believing that I have a gift of seeing and feeling. I woke up to go to the bathroom. Now, these cabin bathrooms I never really liked. When I took a shower, I always kept the door cracked open a little bit, just always felt uneasy. So I get up and I see this black shadow, and it's sitting by the bed. And I kind of knew it. I kind of knew what it was. I saw it. I felt it. Went to the bathroom. I got back into the bed, and I felt my covers being pulled. At this point, I screamed, kicked the edge of the bed, felt like centuries before everybody woke up. And everybody swore that they did not pull the covers. These covers were pulled, and I heard like little kids laughing. To add to the story, right before I left camp, a kid that was underneath me came to me and said, I was too afraid to say anything, but I woke up and saw a tall figure standing in front of your bed. Scared the mess out of him, he had hopped to the bed across from us. So you can say that I definitely believe in ghosts. Phil, like, what do my co-hosts feel about ghosts?
God damn it. I definitely do. A few experiences I've had, especially in this damn house. Okay, y'all. Like, my house is haunted. It was built in 1917. It was also like land that was fought on during the War of 1812. So British people actually marched through my neighborhood. Americans, they marched through my neighborhood. Countess Midnight, what are you doing, baby? Go sit down. My cat has come out of hiding to talk about ghosts as well. No, but so there's a little Victorian girl in my house. She has the little blue dress, long black hair, the little apron. She's not malicious. She is pale as hell. Scared the shit out of me twice. Okay. The first time I saw her, I was trying to get my bird off the mirror because it was flying around in the house. And I happened to look over in the kitchen, and this little girl, she like dashed towards the bathroom. And when I tell y'all, I screamed and got the fuck. Okay, y'all, I don't play games. Because like it was wild because like everybody in my house had already seen the little girl. I hadn't seen her yet, but she said, "Oh, I'm here." And so then, like, I think a couple of days later, I was like sleeping, and my mom had gone to Pennsylvania, and y'all, I kid y'all not, I turned over and she was standing at my fucking bed, just staring at me. And I screamed. Oh yeah, I screamed. Cause like it's pitch black in my room, okay? And all you see is this little figure of a little girl in her dress, and she pale. She's pale. I'm telling y'all can see her in the dark. And yeah, like she wild. When I was like in 8th ninth grade, probably going to ninth grade. I was listening to Michael Jackson, and it was "You Rock My World" because my mom had bought the record, and I'm dancing, having a good old time. I turn around, and this tall black hooded figure comes out of the kitchen, turns and looks at me. And I was just like in shock. And like you couldn't really see her face, but like it was just tall and hooded. And I saw it as it was just like walking out. And the scream, I screamed. No, I don't know. Yeah, nah. And my mom and my grandmother, they were on the porch, and I screamed and I ran out the house. And they're like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "It's this tall hooded figure. It's black." And like they went in the house, and of course they didn't see anything, but they believed me because they, of course, like my family is connected to that kind of stuff. So it wasn't like I wasn't believed, because I definitely was. One more thing in this house, chat. One day, me and my brother were in his room, and like our attic is like above my brother's room. So like we kept hearing like footsteps, like a soldier in his boots, like back in the day. And like he just was tap, tap, tap. Like he just kept going, boom, 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 boom. And like my brother was like, "What's that?" And like my brother like said something about he was gonna read the Bible or something. Cause like my mom's Christian, my dad's Muslim. So we had both books, and it literally stopped when he said that. I'm gonna tell y'all this one. This gonna be my last one. So I used to work for Big Bus Tours, and we had to go and visit during training to like all the different places that we were going to be talking about. And we went to where Abraham Lincoln actually died, that house. No, I smelled death. I smelled it. It's in the walls. No one else smelled it, but I smelled it. And there's an overwhelming ass sad feeling. Like it's so, like for me, I couldn't stay in there. It just smelled like death, and it was a very depressing feeling. So, I believe.
Wow. Is anyone? For me, I've had crazy types of dreams. I've witnessed and even physically fought like shadow beings, and had like crazy sleep paralysis. And I know my mom participated in like at least one exorcism when she was in Africa. But for me, I'm mixed on the ghost thing, because on one hand, I believe the dead know nothing. I believe that they're kind of like, when you die, it's like you're an uncharged computer and you're waiting to be rebooted up on either like Judgment Day or Second Coming or whatever. But at the same time, recently, I've told my castmates, but recently my roommate and their family, they lost their grandfather to cancer. And the mother said that like she was on the verge of waking up, she was still asleep, but the moment he died, she basically could perceive and feel his spirit pass her as like a final goodbye. And for me, like, and I know she's seen other spiritualistic things before too. So the way I see it is, I believe your consciousness dies when you die, or at least gets shut down when you die, but I do believe your energy, like think about it. We have electromagnetic field around us, like while we're alive, and our brain, our thoughts, our memories, that's all electrical signals. Mm-hmm. And I believe when you die, like everything else, that energy, that current, it runs through the planet, it runs through the universe. And you can feel that, especially if you are close to that person, you'll recognize that. So on one hand, my biggest thing about not believing ghosts was that I'm not worried, to me, it wouldn't be some pale woman who's rich in a mansion who would be the ghost. It would be, as much as we've lynched niggas, as much as we've, not we, but obviously not us, as much as they've lynched niggas, as much as they've turned Black people's skin into belts and shoes and chairs, and as much as they've thrown Black babies to alligators for fun, as much as they've done all this evil, that would be the ghost. I do believe, though, that type of energy, that negative, evil energy of our sins of the past, that can be cultivated into festering wounds to basically be on some upside down from Stranger Things shit, portals to hell, basically. And I say, I don't know about ghosts, but I don't fuck with demons. And I know about them niggas. And I do believe until we reckon with the ghosts of things like slavery and racism and all that, white supremacy, all that, you're going to keep seeing mass shootings. You're going to keep seeing proto-fascism. You're going to keep seeing white supremacists. You're going to keep seeing these hell mouths being opened in our country because of this energy that's being harvested. So I do believe in energy, and I do believe that energy can be manipulated and harvested, and it can be used for good or for evil. So that's where I'm at with that.
Okay, so I believe in ghosts. Those dark energy spirits at my old place where I was living at, we actually had dark energy living, and it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger, to the point where I was constantly fighting people for no reason. You sneezed on me. You could be clear across the room, but you sneezed on me. It could be you put your fork in the sink wrong. How the hell do you put dirty dishes in the sink wrong? That was kind of, that was how it was. The energy got so bad. And of course I didn't cleanse the place before we moved in there. So I think from whatever was previous there. But even Leah, she used to cry to me and go, "Mommy, I see a dark spot." And it got so bad that there was actually, we were having a couple of dark spots in our house, dark energy, that it actually was just, it was really bad. And I couldn't figure out why the heck it kept, why I was doing that. And finally, I told James, I tried cleansing the place. It did not work.
Yeah.
It was basically stuck.
Yeah.
So I told James, I said, we got to get out of here because this ain't going to be good for us. We were arguing every day. We were, and I didn't even see the guy to even argue. And it was simple things like, you walked funny down the hall, or why are you holding that book? It was the craziest, and we would get very, very angry over nothing. Things that we never thought about, why put a piece of paper right there on the floor? Why is that piece of paper at the table? Why is the mail there? And it's this is where we always put the mail at. But for some reason, it was we just kept feeding it with even more negative energy, and it was giving us negative energy, and we were just fighting back and forth. So when we first moved in here, I made sure I cleaned this whole entire place. I said, I don't care if nothing works, but at least I'm not going to have that energy in here. And at least once a year, I redo and cleanse the whole house. Anytime I feel like I can't do anything, or I get really, really, really super depressed, I try to cleanse my area more. So for me, that's kind of my experience. It may not be ghost-like, but it's negative. That's still ghost. It's actually one of the worst kinds because that can actually attach itself to you and follow you. And another note, in my city, we do have a couple of other places that is haunted. One is it's actually a road. There's 2 ghosts on it. So the road is called Elbow Road. They said at night, keep going, do not stop, keep going. If you got gas, you got no gas in your car, they run. Apparently there's a girl that drowned in a lake nearby, and if you stop your car, sit on your hood, you actually see the girl's handprint. Try to climb and get close to you. Another one is that the other ghost is Miss Wobble, and she's an old lady who got murdered there. And sometimes she asks, "Can you help me?" People have reported that sometimes she gets in the car if you stop. They say that sometimes they'll see like the old lady just standing there, and that's when people stop, and the next thing they know, she's in the back of the car. They have reported having full-blown conversation with this lady, like thinking that she's really an old lady there. And that's just what we have. Like Fort Story is a military base, and in World War I, a lot of they will march through that whole area, and it's called Coast Archery Road, which is another road, and you will actually see a guy just appear, kind of all wet, and they assume that he actually, instead of going to war, he committed suicide, so he would have to go. Yeah.
Damn.
We have Princess Anne Country Club. So this one is really, they have violent ghosts living up there. So it's a lot of ghosties.
Me, do I believe in ghosts? Nah. I'm gonna tell you why. I just feel like if I'm arguing with someone in the home, right? And I just feel that people say it's negative energy because of what goes or whatever the case might be. I just think that two adults is being petty. That's all. I think, I don't really believe in ghosts per se. I know others do, but I truly don't. Like, I didn't witness or see or whatever, I didn't witness anything. So I just feel, I just don't believe in ghosts.
I think that's funny because you believe in portals, you believe in cities under the sea,
but not the ghosts.
You believe in Atlantis. And
first of all, under the water, it's only 5 to 8% been discovered. So if someone,
but we still have not understood ghosts and different energies.
I'll tell you one thing. I would love, like I told you, I've had experiences growing up with shadow beings, and I may have told you where I fought one. And I was, they was looking at me crazy like a couple weeks ago because I was saying that I would love it if they could make a taser that could like send electrical energy over a dispersed area. Because I'm like, listen, you probably can't, like if a ghost is really on some vengeful stuff and trying to mess with you, there's probably only so much you can do. But if their energy and, electricity can interact with energy. So if there are currents, I would love to disrupt that current with a taser shot of my own, because I'm not going to no haunted spot. I'm not playing with that stuff. Salt would be good too, but whatever I can do to like cancel that goodbye, disrupt you on some Sam and Dean shit, then let's do that. Because I don't believe most of our experience too much.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all, we got to wrap up. We'll touch more on this in the after show this week. All right. Commercial break.
Artemis of the Dodecatheon is a fantastical whirlwind of action, strong characters, mystery quests, and a lot of drama. 4.9 stars on Inkit. Purchase it on Amazon today. A to Z Creations is a Black woman-owned business that creates customized items such as rolling trays, clothing, tumblers, glasses, bags, jewelry, and more.
Okay, everyone, it is time for promotions. So I want to let you guys know that I am going to be walking 30 miles with my doggie in June to donate to Kennel to Couch, which helps dogs get adopted from the kennel to your couch. So the link will be in the description, and you'll get to see my pretty little baby in her adorable bandana. And that's the end of that one. So I am promoting Boxy, a home decor subscription service that ships beautiful items once a month to your home. If you hate going to the store and not being able to decide on what to get out of all the choices, then this is definitely the subscription box for you. Use my code 10 off Queen Pedii. That's also linked below in the description to get $10 off of your first box. Next, I want to promote my book, A Puppy Journey, Red Pet's World. It's about my emotional support animal and how she saw the world through her eyes. You can purchase it on Kindle at Amazon. Last, I want to promote my blog, Queen Pedii Writes. You can find articles, craft videos, reviews, and more.
Hello, everyone. So right now, due to new things that are coming out, I am right now working on new products. Well, promoting more bodysuits. It's going to be on my website, awesomability.clothing. Next week on the 10th, I will be pushing out 3 of the bodysuits that I picked. I think it's peach, lavender, and violet or something. I can't remember. But if anything, it's going to be sizes from small to, I think, with 2X, 3X, I'm not sure. But if anything, if you'd like to know more information, you could message me on awesomability.clothing. Thank you.
Hey, y'all, it's Nina, and I am going to be promoting Creative Creations by Karina, which is me. So I sell candles, and I got body soaps, and this one's really good. It has a little bit of sage in it and lemon. I also make pillows and lavender chate. So hit me up and either email or hit me up in Instagram or Discord.
Hey y'all, it's Tryst, and for this blissful weekend, again this Sunday, me and a couple other members of East Village Mutual Aid will be looking to do what's looking like our weekly community cookout on the corners of 10th Street and Avenue B out on the Lower East Side by Thompson Square Park. So if you have time around 4 or 6, come by, join us. And also, BelieveNewYork, they're actually doing a volunteer appreciation potluck on June 11th. So there's gonna be pizza, there's gonna be food, there's gonna be from 1 to 3 in the great lawn of Central Park. So again, if you're free, come by. And if you're like, well, I'm not a volunteer, there's going to be a picture right around here where you can see where you can sign up to become a volunteer and help make a difference for underserved communities with us. Thank you.
It's your boy, Samurai, 2 Eyes, natural and spiritual. You already know what it is. But I got a new video I dropped. Bam, you see it here. Hop on the YouTube, the TikTok, and check that out. It's real. It's called Taking Off. It's just about me taking off. It's just time. It's time to do big things. You know what I'm saying? Tired of talking about it. Let's do it. And also, visually in focus. We're still looking for clients. You can definitely hit us up. Best way to hit us up is on Instagram. So go to Instagram. And yeah,
So hit us up on Discord. Yes. And join us for our after show. See you in the next one. This is not your normal